Remington, and my family, George, and my children, Emma and Luke, and also my great aunt, Aunt Betty Sue, and Mark Allen, who want to thank you all for being here. My grandmother, Nana, as I called her, would be so happy that all of you are here. It's been great. I think I'm related to everybody here pretty much, to get to see such extended family. I know that would make her very happy. I am very good at talking and writing things down, and words come easily to me, but as my family will tell you, I've had a really hard time putting into words all of the memories and the thoughts and feelings that I have. And so even last night I sat out on the front porch on that swing at the farmhouse, and I swung and I swung and I swung. I kept waiting for inspiration to be able to actually put into words all of the things that I feel about her, and I couldn't. So I got up this morning and I finally sat there and I started to think of some things. And I think really what it comes down to is how she would walk into a room and she would just brighten it up. And she was so, I've heard today, people would come up to me and you'd say, she was so bubbly. Her smile was amazing. I think we can all remember her laugh. She had this great laugh. And so I think it was that energy, that positive energy that she had and that spirit about her that was so magical. And she, not only was that on the outside, and she was beautiful. I mean, you look at all the pictures of her, she was stunning. And the picture that's on the front of the program was when she was 85. I mean, I hope to look like that when I'm 65. But, you know, she was beautiful and all of that on the outside. But on the inside, she was also such an amazing person. And I feel like I have learned so much from her. And so that I'm so grateful. A couple of things I've learned from her I wanted to share. First of all, it was how to make deviled eggs. I think if you've had her deviled eggs, you can attest. They were excellent. Her lemonade, we would spend literally an hour making lemonade, trying to get the right amount of sugar and lemon. It doesn't seem hard, but it was a very difficult task that we mastered together. She would make half-moon pies at Thanksgiving. And she also taught me how to take perfectly healthy green beans and make them unhealthy southern green beans by adding butter and sugar and bacon and all sorts of things. And amen, because those are absolutely the best. I cannot have healthy green beans anymore. Also, she taught me how to do the laundry, which has been a great thing for my family. They've appreciated. And literally, every time I put that Downy fabric softener ball into the washing machine, I say, thank you, Nana. Like, I think of her every time I do that. I thought what she was wonderful doing and what she's done with my children is she was so good about praising kids for things that they did well and reinforcing those positive behaviors. She was never really one to fuss. I was trying to think of when she ever really got mad at me. And honestly, I think the only time, at least I can remember, I might have blocked the other things out, but the only time I remember her ever fussing at me, I was about 3 years old, and I pulled all the leaves off her plants inside, and she fussed at me. I don't blame her. She taught me the lesson of, you have to suffer for beauty. I can just hear her saying, you have to suffer for beauty, Amy. And when I put on my heels and I put on my nylons, I think about that all the time, suffer for beauty. She also taught me that you have to work hard in your life if you want to achieve anything. And that hard work was good. And I think that I saw her certainly living that. And she was always busy doing something. As I look at the farmhouse, and everything was so perfectly in order, and it looks exactly like it did when I was, 5 years old, is that she always was such a hard worker. And I think I really looked up to that as a quality in her. Also, she was so wonderful about sharing family stories. I mean, she would tell me about all of you. And we would sit on that, front porch, and we would swing, and she'd tell me all the stories. But I think that's great, because I don't know if I do that well enough as a mother to, share these things, and the history of our family, I think, is really important. And she was great about being able to share all of that. And then I think one of the greatest lessons she taught me is that in our lifetime, all of us, unfortunately, will be faced with challenges, whether it be problems or big crises or something. We will be faced with something, a problem. But she taught me it's your attitude and how you deal with those problems. If you let it take over you, or what she said, something like, if you can learn something positive from every situation, that it will make you stronger throughout the rest of your life. And so I try to remember that and to keep that with me always, because I think it does make the rest of your life easier if you've learned something from those negative experiences. So I'm very blessed to have Nana as my grandmother. And she did make such a great impression on me. She was such a positive role model. And I think that she shaped who I am today. And as a friend told me one time, is that it's not to be sad that she's gone, but it's to be happy and grateful that we had her for so long. So I'd like to ask my daughter, she's gonna come up and she's gonna play a little something for you. And you have a piece of paper that actually in front of you that has the words, if you'd like to read it.
Hello. My name is Emma, and Nana was my great-grandmother. I'm going to sing Dream by Priscilla Ann. speech. Wrong one. I wrote this at 9:39 p.m., April 23rd, Thursday, 2015, the night that Nana died. So I said, "Dear Nana, I found out half an hour ago that you died. I burst into tears immediately, with the only thought in my mind being that I'd never see you again. But I realize now that that's very selfish. So after calming down, I know now that you are no longer happy living your life, and you just wished for a state of peace to wait for Gigi. And I respect that 100%, and I always will. Eva Gray, you're the most headstrong, filled with life, loving, and positive woman that I've ever known, and I will forever remember you like that. I love you with all my heart, and I always will. Along with all your memories that you shared with me, I remember a couple tips that you taught me. That ladies only ever chew a half a piece of gum because a full piece is simply unladylike. She told me that not to let anybody treat me less than anything I deserve, and to always love my family no matter what. From you, I learned that what putting on fake eyelashes looks like, and how if you blot your lipstick with a tissue and powder, it lasts longer. Also, I know now how to crochet a daisy loop. As I get older, graduate high school and college, and begin my life as a young adult, you will always make me want to strive for all my goals. Like you, I want to be a strong, independent woman who can make really good deviled eggs. And right now, I have to wake up in 8 hours for school, and I should probably be studying for my vocab test. But I figured that you're much more important than knowing the definition of auspicious and daunted. Nana, I love you forever, your little pumpkin eater.